Hi guys, Roseann White here, fitness expert with Life Pro to take you through part 3 of Train Like a Golf Pro. So welcome to our series. Yep, it's part 3 of a 4-part series. Be sure to catch part 1, which was golf ready to golf recovery, where I showed you warm-ups and cool downs for golf that you can do at home before you hit the links or maybe at the course, and what you should do when you finish, because so many of my clients who are golfers finish their golf round and head home, don't stretch, don't cool down, and they wonder why they're sore. And then in part 2, we talked more about how to get more power through your hips. So check that one out as well. Just a little note in that video, there's a audio delay for about 5 or 6 minutes. Operator error here. I want to make sure, speaking of that I'm on. So give me a second to check a few things here. There we go. Good thing I check all this stuff. Technology. Besides being a fitness trainer, you got to have technology behind you. So I want to welcome you all. I'm going to take just a few minutes here to make sure I share this live with all the other folks that are watching or that are on the VIP page. This live is on the Life Pro business page, but we want to make sure our VIPs get it too, because they're important people to us. And if you are interested in becoming part of the VIP page, all you have to do is find that page. There's a few questions that you need to ask, and we'll get you in the group. There's thousands of people just like you that want to feel better, move better, just have that better quality of life using Life Pro. And yep, here I am. So let me just share this. Give me just a minute. In the meantime, while I'm doing my deal, I see I have some people joining. Please type in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from if you are using Life Pro products. And if you have any questions along the way, I'm here to help you. So let me hold on. Join me live now. Making sure it's to the group. There's my VIPs. Perfect. Great. Okay. So let's see. Let's take it from the top. This is part 3 of our series. Next week, I'll be talking about how you're going to get more power using your core muscles. But today it is about the shoulders. And you see I have some paper in my hand here. I am compiling all these workouts for you in paper form as well, with some cues and instructions. If you're interested in this, I will be giving it out after part 4. Once I complete my series and my document, I'll get it. So make sure you join me next week for part 4. But today's free your shoulders for a full golf swing. Here are things you're going to need. There's going to be quite a few things, so don't worry if you don't have them all, because you can use whatever you do have. But I'm going to use my Life Pro Rumblex Pro 4D. If you have knee stuff, make sure you're using a Life Pro vibration platform that has a flat platform. This has a bit of a curve. I'm good with it. I don't have the knee issues, but if you do, make sure you're having a flat platform. I also am going to be using some dumbbells. I want to show you the difference of using resistance bands and dumbbells. I like my Power Flow Plus. Love them for all sorts of reasons. I'm also going to use a mini stability ball. This comes with the Horizon Balance Trainer. The reason I'm using this is because this is about shoulders today. I am not moving my hips. That was last week. So I'm going to use the ball between my knees to keep my lower half quiet. Yes, I am quite aware during the golf swing, the hips move, but we are in disassociation mode, meaning we're going to focus on the different parts of the body move, that kinematic sequence. But today it's about how to get the shoulders to turn. And guys, gals, I speak from 28 years of experience going on that, with working with golfers, tennis players, and now pickleball players. Posture is everything. And the TPI, where I was trained from, Titleist Performance Institute, will tell you the same thing. So if your posture is poor, that's the kind way of saying if your posture sucks, we got to work on that. You've got to get the head back, the shoulders down, and get the abdominals and back muscles engaged. So lots of videos in our Life Pro YouTube channel. Lots of videos we give you guys and gals to figure out how to strengthen things here so that you can swing fuller. Now, besides that, I have 2 resistance bands. These do not come with Life Pro. If you're interested in finding out where I get these bands, see how long they are. Generally, with some of the Life Pro products, the bands are about 4 to 6, 4 feet. I'm using an 8-foot band here, and I'll show you why. I like these a lot. And I have different resistances. These are great for traveling. And you can travel with your vibration plate and your bands and get some workouts. But I'm using that. I may use this band. Yeah, I think I have some exercises where I'm using this band as well. This is one of the loops. Most of the plates come with resistance loops. And of course, your golf club. Okay, so I've got lots of tools here. I will have a blanket because I'm going to kneel on my platform for some of this. If for whatever reasons you cannot, don't fear, don't worry about it. I like kneeling on the platform with my shin bones, not my kneecaps, on the plate because it really focuses on getting more of my alignment in my back, my abs, my hips. It's just how to enhance the workout. So there's lots of options. New golfer, new to golf, new to tennis, seasoned golfer, probably have some pretty nasty habits as well as good ones. And tennis, same thing. You know, I mean, just start where you're at. This is just something for everyone. And maybe you're not a golfer, you're not a tennis player, you don't play pickleball, but you just want to move better in your body. That's okay too. This is just all about how to move functionally. And shoulders are not just about flexibility. However, you know, having this full range of motion, I can get my arm to circumduct. This is a circle. This is huge. And I see people losing this all the time. But we want to also create the right combination of mobility, stability in the shoulders, and control so that you actually get the most efficiency without compensation. That's kind of the goal of this. The workout itself is probably only 10 to 15 minutes, but this is your training time. Take what you need, especially those things that don't feel good or don't move well. Those are probably the things you need to work on most. I see it all the time when a client goes, oh, I don't like that. We have to figure it out. Is it painful? Is it awkward? Is it just uncomfortable because of some dysfunction in the body? We have to figure these things out. But if you just don't like it, there's got to be a reason, not just like, I don't want to do that. Because I have to play that negotiation card with many of my clients who just don't want to do something for different reasons. But if it's painful, if there's pinching, if there's numbing, if there's tingling in your shoulder joint, check it out with a professional. Go to your doctor, go to your physical therapist. I'm not here to diagnose. I'm not here to do that kind of stuff. Listen to your body. Skip the Tylenol, skip the Advil, because when you're taking these anti-inflammatories to not feel pain, you may be creating patterns that are going to cause more problems. Again, I speak from experience. I love you guys. I want you to feel good, and don't ignore it. It just doesn't go away. Your body's talking to you for some reasons. And we have all these Life Pro products for you to use, red light therapy, vibration guns, all these things to help you. So pay attention. Your body will thank you. Your tomorrow body will thank you today for it. So throughout this workout, I'm going to go on a medium setting. Do what you want. Low settings, higher amplitude because you're kind of right. If you like high settings, that's great too. And I have about nine exercises and some stretches to do. Maybe you don't do all of them. Maybe you do them in parts. This series is going to be for you guys throughout the year. If you're folks that only get to golf during season, during spring, summer, fall, great time to hold on to the series for the winter time to prepare you for your season. But never too late, never too old, just start today. Okay, that's all my yapping. I know I yapped a lot. Sometimes you guys don't like to hear it, but I hope you heard some of my message about discomfort, pain, consistency, and meet yourself where you're at. All right. So having said all that, I say I got a bunch of people joining me. Thank you for coming in. I'm so glad to see you all. Let me get my notes up here so I don't have to keep looking down at things. Yes, I do use notes. I can't remember all this stuff. So that's why I'm giving the notes to you. All right, let's see. We're going to start. This is, again, about 9 exercises. Start on your plate. Put it on a speed that works for you. If you do not have all the equipment that I just mentioned, go just through a range of motion. If you don't have your platform yet, maybe you're new to Life Pro, you don't have your plate yet, you still can do this. The vibration plate just gives more challenges in mobility and stability. So know that that's okay too. If you don't have a ball or a yoga block, take a pillow or something that you can put between your knees. But our first exercise, there's no equipment needed really, but I do want you to get on your plates. I have shoes on. Amber, Debbie, we all recommend going with barefoot for most efficiency of feeling the vibration from your feet all the way up. But I have shoes on today. It's okay, whatever feels right, okay? So what we want to do is kind of find our posture, as always. Here's how I do it with my clients. Hands behind the head, elbows forward, elbows back, you will get in your neck. When you hear that cue, pull your elbows back, ignore them. Let your shoulder blades, they're about a 30-degree angle resting on your rib cage. Let them set up against the rib cage and push your head back. And stay here and have a few breaths in and out. And so notice if you've got tightness in the neck, the shoulders. Notice your feet, all the way from head to toe. And just kind of find your optimal standing posture. Soft bend in the knees means my butt muscles are tight. I'm not just bending my knees. I want to squeeze my glutes. I want to engage. The ball between my knees is making this all work. Once I've got that, my mobility exercise is really going to be more about getting my muscles warmed up. We're going to do a shoulder swing, if you will. And so what we'll do is hands down at the sides, thumbs slightly turned out. We're going to reach up and down. Take your time with this. Momentum might be a little straining on your joints. So do a speed that feels for you, but keep control of your swing. Maintain your posture on the plate. Notice if your ribs start popping when you reach. Keep that rib to hip bone connection here. That's your core engaged, braced, if you will. And breathe in and out. And I'll do this for maybe 8 to 10 times. All I'm doing is getting muscles to lengthen, tendons, ligaments, getting the joint, shoulder joint, the fluid to warm up. And then from here, I'm going to go side to side. Abduction and adduction. I did flexion and extension in the shoulder down. Now I'm going into abduction and adduction. Again, feel. Maybe you want to have palms facing you. I have different techniques for hands, which I'll share with you in a moment. But do what feels right. Let your arms be loose and feel the arm bones moving. Keep it smooth, but again, stay tall. I'm not in my golf stance yet. This should feel good, right? And then last thing, let's just do some shoulder rolls, not over exaggerated, just feel the bone coming forward, up, back, and around. Notice that the ribs didn't change, the hips don't change, but breathe. Inhale and exhale. And last one. Great. Okie doke. I just lost my camera there, so. Okay, exercise number 2. Hang in there. Let me get my notes. My computer did some really weird things, so sorry about that, guys. Okay. This is one of my, I'm going to actually say must do exercises. Not should do, must do. Okay, get in your set position. Rotator cuff warm up with the band. The purpose, we want to activate and strengthen the rotator cuff muscles. There are 5 of them, not 1, 5. I won't go into the anatomy of this. You don't need to know that, but there's 5. So we want to make sure we're preparing those for swing movements. Now, the elbows locked to the side. If you are a person that wings your elbows out, grab 2 towels. I only have 1. You grab 2 towels and you roll them up. I actually have clients, I tell them to take 2 towels, put rubber bands around them and put them under their armpits. So they have to hug in to their side. They have to hug those towels while they do moves. It's huge and what it strengthens in your shoulder stabilizers. Do not discount the power of these towels. So if you don't use them now, that's fine. Okay. The second thing I want to tell you about these warm-ups, this warm-up particularly, there's 3 different hand positions. And let me explain why now, and I will only say it one time. That way you don't have to hear me say it when we do other things. 3 hand positions. Because in your golf swing, maybe it's in tennis as well as other rotational sports, your arm bone, the humerus, the radius ulna, and the hand itself actually moves from a golf club hold. You're holding your golf club. And then when we rotate, we go into palm facing out, back, up, and then we turn and we go into internal rotation. The palm faces down. So this position of palm facing each other, palm facing away, and palm facing down, it affects what's going on here. I'm not just turning my wrist. I'm actually turning my arm bone, the humerus, which makes everything, those rotator cuff muscles work. Critical to understand this. There's reason for it. So let's go ahead and do our rotator cuff warm-ups. Checking my feet. I've got my palms facing, my elbows locked in, and I want my arm bones, my humerus bones to move. I could have a light band. I could have a heavy band. I could even use a towel on this. Actually, I could even use my golf club on this. But basically, all I want to do is, can you see my shoulders? Can you see how they're kind of pulling back? I'm opening up the front of my shoulder joints. And you should be able to feel the shoulder blades drawing inward. So as I push out, and it's not with my wrist, it's with this bone, that's my external rotation. You may notice, oh, I feel a little bit of warmth in my muscles. Good job. Now, from here, we'll go palms facing up. So checking your posture, alignment of the head, shoulder blades are against the rib cage, and we're going to imagine you've got 2 plates and you want to slide those thumbs apart. We're going to call this the hitchhiker move, and use your breath. How many reps? Quality, not quantity. You might notice, wow, I'm feeling one arm more than the other. Could be weakness, could be in fatigue, could be a little impingement thing going, who knows, but just be aware. For 3, 2, 1, relax your arms. So my last position are going to be palms down. So remember what I talked about, this rotation or movement in my shoulders. So now I've got my palms down. This is the most awkward one. Like you have your hands on a table and you're going to dust the table off with your palms. Elbows in, and again, feel the breath. Feel the shoulder blades gliding in. Feel the collarbones lifting. Feel the glutes engage, a lot more than just this. And you're going to feel your arm muscles. 8, 10, 12. Don't get crazy because I don't want you to check out. Keep checking in. And last one. Excellent. So hopefully you're feeling some of these muscles activate. But keeping the elbows connected to the ribs, relaxing the neck and shoulders, and controlling both directions, not just the push out, but the push in is important. Great. So now I'm going to go into my band pull aparts. You could use this band, and I have my thumbs in. You could do this, okay? But I prefer right now for this exercise, I'm going to go into a longer band because I want to get my arms to a T. Actually, let me use the red band so you can see it against my shirt. This is a little bit of a heavier band. Now, I don't need the 8-foot band for this, but you're going to eventually use the longer band. Okay, so I'm going to wrap around. I'm not holding with fists. I don't want to do that. I'm going to wrap around so my palms are flat, okay? So I'll wrap it around 1 or 2 times so I don't lose my band. And I want to be able to have my hands all the way out to the T shape, okay, right across the chest. I'm going to come forward and pull. Actually, so my first one is palms facing each other, but I pull apart. Now, every time you do the pull the rib cage in, pull the shoulder blades in, keep the arms straight, lower than the armpits. I don't have my ball between my knees right now. By now, you should feel those muscles engaging, but you can keep it there if you want. And my platform came off or shut off. I'm going to put it on again. I'm going to go into my lateral move. If you are just starting on your journey with your plate and you know that you shouldn't be on the plate more than 10 minutes, you don't need to have the plate for this. And again, I'm doing a lot of chit-chatting, if you will, so there's going to be more time on the plate than normal. Now, palms facing down, pull apart. Make sure you're not breaking your wrist. This is a break in the wrist. Get the wrist straight. Let's exhale. You're going to feel your rear deltoids, your rhomboids, you're lengthening your biceps, you're contracting your triceps, but it's all in the shoulder joint. Last 3, 2, maybe you're even rehabbing an injury or rotator cuff surgery. So these are also used in rehab. My third part of the rotator cuff warm or the band pull parts, I did palms facing away, palms facing down. Now I'm going to do palms facing up. Okay, get my band here. Okay, palms facing up and pull. I'm changing the direction, the extra rotation in my arm bone. Boy, my ribs want to pop out on this if I'm not aware of it. Keeping the arms straight. 5, 4. This is actually a good warm-up too before I lift weights. I do these 2 rotator cuff moves, the resistance band moves, and release. Okay, now from here, I'm going to go into my third exercise, the bow and arrow arm with resistance band. You've got a couple options. I'm going to put my foot on the band. I'm going to hold the band. So I've got this arm moving or sustaining the resistance. And now I'm going to pull. Here's my rotation. Oh, let me put that ball between my hips because I don't want my hips to move. Okay. We're going to draw this bow and arrow. Rotating the shoulder, reach. Rotate, reach. 4. Here's the first part of shoulder rotation now, what we're working on. Excellent. If you find pulling that band is too much, you're fatiguing out, you don't have the strength yet, option 2. Hold the band here and then just pull out. Let me show you this. See how I'm parallel with you guys, and I'm pulling and I'm rotating back the left shoulder. I keep that right arm straight and I'm getting my rotation there. Make sense? So you have 2 options with this, whatever one works with you. But the whole idea is we want to hold that resistance. We pull the elbow back as if you're drawing a bow and holding that position and return. Control the release. Here, I pull and I control the release. I just don't let it go. That's the band, bow and arrow with resistance. Okay. Make sure you feel this movement, but nothing ever anywhere else. Now from here, I'm going to go into 2 options for you. Actually, 3 options. Let's start with our golf club. Think about if you were in the gym, and if maybe you're not a gym person, and you're doing an upright row. I'm literally pulling this club apart to get my upright row. That's the first option you can do. My elbows are in front. My elbows aren't back here. I want my elbows forward. So that's my first option one, to pull the band apart or pull the club apart as I do this. That is option one. I'm working in rhomboids. Option two, either resistance band. You can hold this, put this around my neck for a second. I've got so many ways to do this stuff, and I'm pulling apart. So palms are facing down, and I'm pulling apart. If you don't have the long band. If you have the long band, step on it. Come on. Crisscross. This is why I like the long band, guys and ladies. Let's see, make sure it's even. And I'm going to hold each end of the band like a golf club, where my thumbs are pointing in, okay? And I'm an upright row. This is with my resistance band. Okay, now that I've got the row in, let me show you where I'm taking that. I'm going to row and swing once. Row, take away, follow through. Just, it's little. Now, if you're a left-handed golfer, left, right. I want to make sure I only have one left-handed golfer out of the group. And I deal again with a lot of golfers. Release. That's the resistance band row with a little golf swing rotation. The rotation is small. I'm disassociating my thoracic rotation from my hips. It's beginning that golf sequencing, just that takeaway and follow through. I'm just beginning the sequencing. I'm not going for the whole enchilada here. So I'm mimicking the takeaway. I did an upright row, takeaway, follow through. Back to the band. I'm sorry, back to the club. Okay. I'm not in my golf stance. I'm still in my tall posture. And I take away, follow through, release. If you're left-handed, take away, follow through. Pulling that club apart will make you hopefully feel the shoulder blades and the muscles activate. Hope this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, type them in the chat. Now, from this, that was exercise number 5. 6 is called the surrender to goalpost. I went in my upright row. I'm going to hit a I surrender and reach up. Or it should be a goalpost to I surrender. Okay? Goalpost and I surrender. Or I surrender and goalpost, whatever you want to say. But you get the idea, right? Yeah, maybe that name isn't so great. I'm going to hit the goalpost and arms up. Yeah, that's enough. That's it. Now, if you like this, stay there. Look, let me show you what's going on with my elbows. Here, here, here. You can always take this, and that would be more on when you're on the course and say I haven't warmed up enough, use that one. Otherwise, we do that same thing. Okay? I'm going to go into I start in that upright row position, and then I goalpost and push up. Upright row, goalpost. Or you can just stay here. This is work. And it's good work. Take your time with it. I would say 8 to 10 reps should do it. However, if you want to go a little deeper in this, now we talk about using weights. I've got 5-pound weights in it. You don't need heavy weight if you're working rotator cuff muscles. I probably can go 10 because mine are pretty strong, but if you're kind of weak in these guys, and many people are, we're going to stay at 5. It's a small move. It's all about the external rotation to elevation of the arm bones. Take your time. I promise you, when you're using weights, this is a lot more stress into the joint. And if you're feeling any pain or discomfort, please stick with bands to start. You've got to get that shoulder joint stronger. Now that I've done the surrender to goalpost, or goalpost to surrender, however you want to say it, we're going to do draw the sword. This is kind of from a Pilates move. And I'm going to use a resistance band on this. I want my long band. And again, this is my medium band. Maybe a little too intense for some of you who are beginning, so feel free to use the lighter weight band. Hit me up if you want to find out where I get these bands at. There's all sorts of bands on Amazon. I want to make sure you get the length for you. And this company I've actually bought from, they're quite affordable. And they last a long time. I've had this band now for a couple of years, and I use it all the time. All right, draw the sword. Oh, time up. That worked out perfectly. Let's go again. I'm going to go lateral. This time I'm lateral and oscillate. I'm mixing it up a little bit. Crisscross your bands. I'm going to keep my bands at my hips to start. I'm going to take right hand, elbow up, and draw the sword and back down. Cross up. Elbow up. I rotate and I punch up. I'll do each side about 8 to 10 times. This should feel doable, fluid, but it should feel like work. One more time. Then let's go the other side. I have my hand at my hip. I take it out to my armpit. I rotate and reach, come back in line with my armpit and bring the hand down. Here, here, here. It's a very smooth move, but I break it down for my clients in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's one fluid move. Now, if your shoulders were pretty happy with the resistance band, stay there. Otherwise, weights. So I'm going to bring my weight to my left hip, upright row, shoulder press, and down. Using my breath here. Now, I mentioned earlier, if you caught this earlier, I can also do these moves kneeling. And I want to introduce that as a concept. Might not be for everybody to kneel on their plate. My toes are off. But this is going to really keep my hips still as I do this move. You're actually going to feel more of your abdominal muscles working. It's kind of cool to kneel on your shins while your plate is moving, while you're doing your shoulder work. Other side, I cross over and up. It's called draw the sword. You're taking the sword out of its holster and reaching up, using your breath. Obliques firing up, lats, and of course, all the deltoids, as well as the rhomboids. This is a great exercise for shoulder mobility, stability, and strength. Excellent. So my next exercise is an overhead reach with a side bend with the club. Let me grab my club first. I'm going to stay kneeling. And I'm holding on to the outside of the club, bringing the arms overhead. When I reach, I'll side bend, my whole body side bends. It's just not the club. That's my arms. I want to keep my club in line. And if you find that you cannot do that, stay here, okay? But I'd like to get the lats to get lengthened, so I'm going to reach and press. Inhale and exhale. Find center. Lengthening the lats. Checking if you're in your neck. The traps have to fire up to keep the arms overhead, but they don't have to be the main reason the arms are lifted. It's your shoulder muscles, your deltoids that are helping you, your biceps, and my arms are as straight as possible, as humanly possible. Some people have a hard time keeping their arms straight. You want to make it a little more challenging, you kneel closer. Your base of support is changed. It's less amplitude, but it's a lot more core work. We'll talk more about core tomorrow, or we'll talk more about core next Sunday. And release. Let your shoulders relax. And then I've got the last exercise is golf posture shoulder turns. You can do it with the band, the club, or your weights. In this one, I definitely have the options. I can stay kneeling and kind of go into my golf posture here, okay? When I'm in my golf posture, here's my turn. This also, by the way, if you notice, I can't turn my hips if I'm kneeling. So keep that in mind for all the exercises I just showed you. If you're comfortable with kneeling on your plate, this will keep you very honest about what's turning. It's more challenging for sure, but you're going to feel a lot more of your obliques firing up on that. Now that's with my club. I can do it with my band. I'm going to take my band into an upright position here. I'm in my golf stance, right? This is my golf stance. I keep my thumbs connected to my collarbones. Take away, follow through. Notice I haven't done any big swings since the warm-up. And you can feel your glutes firing up to keep you stable on this. My head's not turning, guys. I'm looking at the ball. Now, the other option here is 1 or 2 weights. I'll use 1 weight for now, right at my chest. I'm getting into my golf posture. Head is in line. Hip hinge. If this 1 pound or 1 weight feels easy, one more challenge, check this out. Weight stay at the chest. Now, of course, as I said, I can take all this up to be standing on the plate in my golf posture. This is going to be a lot of stress, good stress on the back. Hips aren't moving. I'm getting all these back muscles to work to help me with the swing. That was a lot. Let's take it on home with a cool down. So you have several options for your cool down, but the main thing is, yes, I want you to cool down. We work thoracic mobility, and we still need to open up the chest after all this posture. So you can sit on your plate if you'd like. I'm going to. I've been standing on a lot, so I'm going to sit. And I just want to do some neck stretches. Oops, my camera's sliding down. Got to lock that bad boy in place. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. So funny. All right, so I'm sitting nice and tall, chin in, and I'm just going to drop my ear to my right shoulder or left shoulder. My right hand's going to reach up and down and just stretch out through the traps, through the lats. I'll do 3 to 5 of these. And then switch to the other side. Pull the chin in. Let the ear drop. pressing the hand down first to get my alignment. Taking a breath in, palm facing out. Up and down. Great. Breathe in. Keep your eyes gazing forward. The tendency, people tend to look down. Look forward. You're not looking at your golf ball right now. Excellent. And then from here, we'll do a chest opener with the club. So you'll take your club, reach up, and pull the elbows back as best as you can. If this feels tight, probably should be. You just golfed 9 holes or 18 holes. Give yourself some grace. Take a big breath in, exhale, take it back. See, I can take it back after the second time. Don't force it. If you find, and I see this all the time, people kind of trying to negotiate, that means one side's tighter. I need equal up and around. Now, if you go, wow, how do you do that? Well, that's shoulder mobility. Maybe you're not ready for it. So take your band. It has some give to it so you can do this. This is so important after you've finished golf, your round, your tennis, your pickleball. You want to get that realignment of everything that you've worked. And it feels really good. One more time. My head didn't move. I kept it right over my shoulders. Now, my next one is going to stretch out the shoulders. My plate is just shutting off now. Perfect timing. This was about 30 minutes that I've been on here talking. This is a lot quicker workout than this one. So once you get it, 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to cross over in a bear hug. I've got one hand on the shoulder, other hand on the shoulder, elbows up, and I'm just going to rotate. Getting all those rotator cuff muscles, the rhomboids, everything to stretch. I might lift up and down a few times. And then open up wide, take a big breath in, and give yourself a bear hug the other way. One elbow pressing up, one pushing down, and we rotate. In theory, that shoulder, right shoulder is under the chin because you've worked so much on this that you should have that mobility. And then left. I'm a little tighter here still. Interesting. Don't force it. Just notice. Great. And then lastly, let's just do a nice little lat side stretch here. Sweep up and down. Feels so good. Again, platform is off, but you can put it on for this if you'd like. I just want to make sure I've lengthened out the lats after all those golf swings. And release. Okay, guys, gals, Life Pro friends and family, I hope this was helpful for you. I can tell you these moves done before golf, on your off golf days, maybe on the days that you're lifting weight, do this series. I do a lot of this before I have my heavy lift days. And I mean, I'm really proud to say for me, I can do 25-pound shoulder presses without any challenge. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to have big, bulky muscles. I have mobility, I have range of motion, flexibility, and I have strength in my shoulder joint. That's what we want for you as you're aging, so you can continue to hit the golf ball, hit the tennis racket, the pickleball, or just hold your grandkids, pick up your grandkids, pick up your dog, and not having any strain or stress. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. Please make sure that you join me next week for part 4, and I will have this whole series typed up for you guys, and I'll be happy to hand it out. These videos are posted on the Life Pro business page for 30 days. I've shared them to the VIP page, and then eventually they do go onto YouTube. So if you are not following us on YouTube yet, I suggest you subscribe, because not only will you see lots of different videos from me, Debbie, and Amber, the whole team of Life Pro. We're here to just give you as much information, as many tools as you can using your Life Pro tools so you feel fabulous at any age. Thanks again so much for joining me, guys. Have a beautiful day. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.